Welcome to the stream. Took a little bit longer for me to get back home for where I was for my ultrasound and x-ray. I'm going to do a lot of rambling because that's just what I do, only this time I'm going to try my best to stick to some gameplay while I'm talking for the first part. This is something completely different now, and we're going to see... Yeah, exactly. That's the difference right there. Ellie Hendricks, Charlie, how's it going? So we can see the difference right away. I'm streaming at 60 FPS as the title says, but within, immediate gameplay, it was struggling there. As long as I don't drop below the 59.94... Yeah, not too bad. I just got back from my ultrasound and my x-rays. It took a little bit longer than expected. The x-ray and the ultrasound was almost like a massage. And it was like almost 15 minutes each. So now what I'm doing, as the title says, to try and get to the point, unlike what I did earlier, is I'm trying to see if I can stream at 60 FPS. Can anybody in here confirm that the stream is at 60 FPS, 1080p? Is it nice, buttery, smooth? Because this is World of Warcraft. I've already attested that I can't play Call of Duty on PC anymore, which I'll be doing that on the PS5 momentarily. I just figured while I was on the computer now, I would quickly check out this game to see if I can at least do 60 FPS on this. And it looks like I can. World of Warcraft retail, I would not be able to do that. I would still have to lock the stream at 30. But the graphics on Classic are a little bit further behind. Not by much, but enough that it seems like I'm able to stream and play at 60. Is it? Is it 60 FPS though? Like, is this, like, silky smooth? Like a silk shirt? Scout the gazebo. How about we start with that? There's a gazebo somewhere. I'm not going to be playing this too much. I do want to try out some Call of Duty. There we go. There's a gazebo thingy. There we go, that's complete. Right, so 1080p 60, yeah. Again, don't get too excited. 7-year-old computer. My CPU is lacking terribly. But it looks like World of Warcraft, it can do it. I don't know how often I'll do this, though, but that's the whole point of the test. Plus, I'm still trying out my new mouse. Okay, so this is just a standard. It wants me to kick the shit out of some things. Okay, so I could probably log out up here on a tree. There you go. I should be safe up here. In the shadows. Sweet. So I'll come back to this. Now I want to do another test. Oh, now we're pushing it. WoW retail. Can it 50 FPS? While streaming. Oof, I don't know about that. On 7-year-old hardware. I have a feeling we be dipping. Loading screen, 7 frames. That's a good start. Let's see how retail WoW handles this, biatch. Give it a moment. Funny enough, I'm actually in the same look. I didn't do that on purpose, by the way. But I'm literally in the same area, just in a different game. This is World of Warcraft Classic. I'm actually over here. Might as well go there just because it's kind of funny. bunny, I say. Oh, that's my stealth button. No, that's my stealth button. There we go. What's my F3? Okay. Sorry, I got a new mouse, so things are a little bit wonky for me. How do I fly? Gotta take your creatine. Make myself bigger. That's what she said. We're gonna fly down to that spot. I mean, there's not much going on in the game, so I don't want to get too excited, but it's on retail. We're at 60 FPS. So far, I do have a wired internet connection, but for some reason, the audio stream current bitrate is lower than the recommended bit. What the motherfuck is going on here? Does my sound bad? Does my sound bad? Is there degradation in audio quality in the voice? So again, retail WoW. Same spot. There's going to be some subtle changes. Obviously, this big encampment's no longer, or is not there in Classic. See? I was literally just there. Didn't do that on purpose, by the way. That was just, you know... I'm glad that thing's not there in Classic. That thing would have kicked my ass. And then, literally, there's the tree that I just logged out on. So for just moving around, basic, everyday... Wow, that thing's big, too. It seems like it can handle it. Obviously, if I was in a big open area like this and there was like a lot of people, world PvP, it would probably bog down, but if I was doing battlegrounds, it would probably hold up. And so far, this seems to be going decently. Doesn't seem to be straining my computer much. I still sound fine? Okay. I'm just going by the warning. I have a warning on my Mac for the YouTube page on the stream. Warning, warning, audio bitrate at 0. Okay. Oh, so this is... Oh, that's interesting. This is another way how they kind of... I don't want to say maybe ruined the game, but changed it. So, I was literally just here a moment ago. But this is the new World of Warcraft, the newer World of Warcraft. This change occurred 10 years ago. You could see all the... The Orgrimmar grunts, these are all the Horde NPCs. They're all friendly because I'm Horde. Right? And I just logged out on that tree. Now look what I'm going to do. I don't know why this excites me so much. It's not exciting to anybody else but me. We're going to log out. Orcs everywhere. We're going to go back. Just for a moment. Into the classic era. Same spot. These again are some of the things that happen over time. Rarely, though. This has only ever happened once where there was a big massive change like that. See? That's where I just was with my flying druid. The horde druid that I had, the flying one. What have you noticed now? Exactly. Where's that big lava mountain? Obviously, the fire wasn't there. All the grunts, all the friendly NPCs that are here. Where are they? Because this is classic. This is how it was originally. But look. What's here? Exactly. Exactly. It's PvP. It's hardcore. Where's all the orc shit? Where's all those towers and huts? And the lava burning right there. And again, we're in Classic, and it just proved my point. I buffed that person. Whoopie-doo. I gave him a buff. But they actually whispered me. Their name is Fuck Me. But that's not the point. They took the time and just said, thanks. Showing their appreciation. If you did that in retail, then, you wouldn't get acknowledged for that. People wouldn't take their time to reply to you and acknowledge you. Night Elf. Where's all the big orcs and shit? Where are they? They're gone. They're not there. So those are some of the changes again from retail. So obviously what happened from a story perspective is you had the Alliance here. These are PvP NPCs. And if you get too close, they will fuck your shit up. And then obviously the Horde came in and they decided they wanted to take over this little outpost. And again, things like that, like I understand that. At least they didn't completely destroy it. In that at least now the Horde can come here and get quests. I don't want to get too close, but you could see that big orc that was in there. He's not in there. It's all Night Elf. But overall, the look is still about the same. That's the point. Man, I love this game. Slow as piss. Although when I piss, it's pretty fast, so I guess it's not slow as piss. Slow as maple, dripping down a Canadian maple tree. That might make more logical sense. Alright, so that's the difference between that. Seems to be rocking at 60. Good for me. Now, this is definitely going to work. Because... Whoops. Oh, for the love of God. There we go. Because now I'm on console. I'm on PS5. I just got to move some stuff around to make the room for my shit. It's kind of a big deal. But at least my stuff is wireless for my computer. And then I gotta bring over my big honkin' keyboard over, my wired one, to play this shit. So it's a little bit annoying. It's got a little bit of a, you know, downtime, if you will, for a moment. Gotta set up the keyboard and the mouse. I mean, they're already plugged in. I just have to take them off the table, put them on my mini table that I actually play on, and then I can actually get ready. See? I'm using my keyboard now to do all this on my console. So that's pretty cool. Then I can hit enter on the PS5, and I can pretend I'm on PC. Now I've got a wired keyboard and mouse, because I already had them, for Call of Duty. So that's kind of cool. Okay, it's working. Weekend, it's real slow, but that's okay. The less people in here, to be quite honest with you, almost the better, in a way. There we go. Let me zoom that out. I'm going to check out the store a little bit, really quick. Alright. Again, the look and feel of everything is quite different. Even the mouse movement. Even though it's the same mouse because there's no Razer software on a PlayStation 5 for obvious reasons. It's a little bit wonky. 6v6 map. I played this map, but it was a 3v3. Oh, okay. You can have a gas in 6v6 as well as 2v2. Okay. It is a pretty cool map. Where the fuck? Oh, there we go. So again, I've been working on this. I haven't had a chance to quite use it yet. But we've got double XP weekend going on. Again, mouse, different settings than on PC. Lack of software. DPI is a little off. It's not quite the same. I can't fine adjust it like I can on PC. But it's still very capable. Because you can ultimately change the sensitivity settings in the game. You just can't quite change like the DPI and the interpolling refresh rate and all that fancy bullshit. So that's why it's a little bit more sensitive, which most people would like. I don't. So it's that whole muscle memory thing. I overshoot. I overcompensate. So it might take me a while, muscle memory, to adjust to that. And that's why in my first match earlier, it was terrible. 19 kills. What happened to his wrist? 19 kills and 19 deaths. Ugh. I normally would have gotten twice as many kills, but you know what? I don't fucking care. This is again on the PlayStation 5, but the PS4 version of the game. You could see how fast that was to load. It's almost quadruple as fast as my PC, and my PC's on an SSD as well. So, there's some advantages to the PS5 over my PC for sure. There we go. Now this should be a smooth 60 FPS experience.
Team deathmatch. You're representing the company. We're clean.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to change the settings. I can already feel it.
Pulling ahead.
You know what?
We're losing this fight.
Got me on the reload, bitch. Motherfucker! There's someone right in there, I think. With this weapon, I'm also trying a different playstyle, where I'm not really waiting around for shit to happen, which is a lot more difficult. From how I'm used to playing. I'm more of a sit-back kind of guy. Yeah, I gotta change the sensitivity. Holy fuck.
Semtex Prime.
Got him. Nice. Fuck, it's crazy how fast it is. Got him too. Sweet. I mean, it makes turning around a lot quicker, but aiming's a lot more difficult because it's more sensitive.
Working. We're behind.
Yeah, I definitely don't like it.
We've pulled ahead.
Definitely don't like it. Well, I just spawned in. Still feels different than the PC. On PC, my sensitivity was on 12, but it wasn't as sensitive, if that makes any sense. And that's probably because of the additional settings of the software.
We're losing the advantage. We're taking control.
Nice. Comeback, though, with the pistol.
Enemy spy plane inbound. This isn't working. We're behind.
Plus, this keyboard's massive. It's probably going to take a long time for me to get used to this weapon. Nope. No more PC for me. PS4 version of the game on PS5. There's no reason to play the PS5 version on the PS5.
Pulling ahead.
Bushwhack.
Yes, that's it. Fuck this gun. I mean, I like it, but...
We're taking control.
Mouse, keyboard, different settings. Everything feels different. Everything feels fucked up.
We're losing this fight.
Keep running out of ammo. Which is why I need to level up this gun ASAP. On one clip, you can down 8 to 9 people once you upgrade this gun.
We've taken the lead.
Arming Semtex.
This isn't working. We're behind.
Sweet, double kill. I love how I swapped to that pistol
Established overhead.
to save the day. That's twice I've done that.
Turret active.
Arming.
1916. So fast!
Semtex Prime.
I still feel like it's too sensitive.
Threat down. I see Semtex.
We're taking control.
At least I finished him off. Doing a little bit better than
Victory's
last time.
close. Make the CIA proud.
Ah, as if that didn't finish him. Fuck you.
Enemy sentry turret.
Bang, bang, bang. Another one. Sweet. Now we're talking shit. So fast. How's that 60 FPS goodness on the stream? I bet your eyes are bleeding from all the frames. Got him. And I will read the chat naturally when I'm not.
We're losing the advantage.
Oh, you're lucky, motherfucker. Right in the face. Alright. Really? That was the best play? Just hiding in the corner, wanking it next to the bed, waiting for the chicks to come into your room, and then murdering them. Literally, 3 girls in a row murdered. 4. So he's a sexist. Jeffrey Dahmer has risen from the grave. Wow. Bang, bang, bang. There's even a lag in the menu on the PC. On this version, I don't get that. So that's pretty slick. Okay. I'm doing okay. I just got back from my ultrasound and x-rays. Recently got my first console, PS5, catching up on PS4 exclusives. Knack is a disaster to platinum. I'm doing alright. What game you both been doing these days? Nice, oh so close. I just stopped playing Outriders until the new content drops. Yeah, I like, if Outriders allowed mouse and keyboard, like what I'm doing right now, on the PS5, I would probably want to play it. I played it on my PC, but, you know, I don't know what's going on, but things are just happening, and it's making... Oh... Oh, that's downright sexy. Oh, that's dirty. Oh, now it's on. Now it is on. And I gotta show you the weapon that I want. It's $110 Canadian if I unlock the whole battle pass. I gotta grind this shit. I already missed out on all the other cool weapons at 95. There it is. My favorite weapon in the whole game that I'm using right now. Even the iron sight, the reticle, it's animated. It's dirty. It's just downright insane. So the base is 3, like that. There's nothing going on. But as soon as you get 6 kills, you start to get some action. And I'm just really pumped to eventually unlock this weapon. So that's what I'm aiming for. That's sort of like the long-term goal, is that weapon. But if we want to buy out those 68 tiers and buy the points, we need 10,000 points. So that's $118 Canadian. So yeah, I think I'll pass on that. Unless for $118 I would actually get a 3D print of it. Like a fake one, obviously, that can't shoot. Well, maybe maple syrup would be funny. Then I would probably do it. Oh, fuck no. So far, the only game that's supported that I at least give a shit about on console that uses mouse and keyboard is Call of Duty. Yeah. And it's not flawless, but it's pretty damn good. Again, I won't get the DPI polling and all this weird shit, intricate details that I can play with that I had on my computer, because again, Razer software. On the PlayStation 5, again, to recap, there is no Razer software. So I'm using my Razer mouse, but I mean, apart from just having, basic menu mouse curver sensitivity, mouse sensitivity affects both the game, horizontal. I normally have it on 12 on PC. I have it on 10 now, and I still find it a little too much. So it just shows you how things are different from console to PC, even though everything's the same settings. The lack of that software makes it that everything's a completely different feel. Plus, I'm using a new weapon. Number 9. Let's try 9. I don't want to go too low, but... And then, of course, graphics, there's no options, because I'm on PlayStation 5, right? There's, literally nothing, which is so, cool to see. The lack of that. Yeah, I would like that. So to recap again, too. I was going to put it in the title, but fuck whatever. PS4 version of Call of Duty on the PS5. The only thing we're missing is the 4K and the 120 frames with ray tracing. Okay. I don't have ray tracing enabled anyways when I was on PC and it was working. I don't have a 4K recorder or a 4K TV, and I don't give a shit about 120 frames. So that's why I'm not playing the PS5 version of the game. There's no point in using up the rest of my hard drive when I don't need to. When I have plenty of room on my external SSD on my PS5. Which is where you're allowed to play these PS4 games from. So that's why I'm doing that. Yeah, I'm more of a Battlefield guy than a Call of Duty guy. Hands down, night and day. I mean, I like Call of Duty, don't get me wrong, but I am a much bigger Battlefield fan overall. Much bigger. Yeah, adaptive triggers, haptic feedback is all cool. But again, with a mouse and keyboard, you don't get that. Imagine if you could. Imagine if your WASD keys on a keyboard and your mouse could rumble and have haptic feedback. That would be kind of cool. But for these games, I can't play with a controller. I mean, unless you want to see me get 10 kills a match, 15 kills a match. Sure. Otherwise, I gotta do mouse and keyboard if I'm gonna pop 30, 40, 50 kills a match. Or up to, depending on, the weapon again and all that. How much I get distracted, how much talking I'm doing. Am I listening to the enemies, or am I too busy flapping my gums 100 miles an hour like I'm doing currently right now? Even Dr. Disrespect, when he plays, he's like... You know what I mean? He's really serious when he plays. You don't hear him do half the amount of talking I do. Can you guys notice the difference that I'm streaming at 60 FPS? Is it nicer to look at? Boom, he's gone. Grenade. Bitch! course, mine never kills anybody. I have yet to get a kill. That happens. Oh, I could have gotten a triple kill, but I got too excited. And I started ducking in real life because that bullet looked like it was gonna hurt. It's so realistic, I thought it was coming at me in real life.
We're taking control.
Semtex out.
Again, this is the gun that I use in Battlefield. Got him with the hip shot.
We're pulling ahead.
And I'm also playing differently, a little bit more aggressive. Hiding in the corner, you dirty pervert. That's my trick. Nailing bitches.
Techcom, get me spy plane.
Adios! Oh no, I'm reloading. That wasn't very nice.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
That's like kicking them when they're down.
Spy plane NCO 50. Multiple enemy
Proximity
spy
mine
plane
deployed.
Oh no, 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 no. Got another grenade. No, that's my guy. Oh, got him on a 2-streak. 14-5. I'm telling you, a couple of attachments, a little bit of muscle memory warm-up, and fuck around with me. I saw you.
Hostile care package inbound.
Well, I knew you were there. That kind of made it obvious.
Enemy chopper gunner is
Target blocked.
Shit.
chopper gunner established above.
Bye-bye. That was slick, switching to the gun, because I was stuck in the middle of a reload. Mowing down bitches. That's what I do. $19.7. Chopper kill doesn't count. Hey, hey, hey. That doesn't count. To me, that's not a death. Neither was that.
Kill.
Napalm strike inbound.
Want that chopper to piss off. Oh, oh. Here we go. Is it a home? Oh, I thought I had a grenade.
We're taking control.
No, I shouldn't have swapped.
Throwing frag.
Oh, with an AK.
Spetsnaz, you're pulling ahead.
Right in the hip.
Throwing Semtex.
Hostile attack helicopter inbound.
It's crazy when the performance is so much better. How much more fun it is when you got no stuttering frames.
Enemy sentry turret detected in your AO.
Where the fuck that does.
Field mic down.
Mission complete.
A lot
Clean up
better.
crews, ensure there are no survivors.
I could normally do better,
Area
but
secured.
I'll take
We
it.
are in control.
Motor to a table. Well, he was just out there, crouched in a corner behind a fence. Who knows what he was doing? So can you guys notice a big difference from 30 FPS to 60 in stream? Different weapon there. The mouse accuracy for moving the cursor around on the main menu, I gotta say, is not quite as pinpoint accurate on as a PC. But I don't need it to be super smooth. I find it a little bit eh. But in the game, it's fine, because you're moving your whole body, right? But it is a little bit... I want to say it's almost 100%. Like, I almost can't even tell I'm on a console with a mouse and keyboard versus PC. Except for, like, if I want to quickly hit the play button versus quickly go to weapons, there is a little bit of a difference. And that's, again, the lack of software. You can't, again, run Razer software on your console. So we're already at almost level 15. We don't need an optics, because we're not a bitch. Muzzle concealment, I don't need to hide. Two, I don't shoot vehicles, so that's useless. Reveal, I know where those peeping toms hide in the bush. I don't need the flashlight. And we've got a stock. Aim, walking, movement, speed. I mean, why wouldn't you want that? See how I had a hard time hitting that appearance button? It's not as smooth, but for playing it seems to be fine. So those are definitely some differences. Like in the future, when I get a new computer, I am going to be going back to PC. Probably, to be honest with you, to play Call of Duty. Just because of the extra little bit of crispiness, if you will, in the control that I have with my mouse. But this is incredibly capable. Like I said, I have no complaints. So do I want black or do I want... let's try that, see what it looks like. Whatever. So it's already at level 14. Thanks. Hey, Outlaw Mason, how's it going? Did you buy any skins in the sale, Marvel Avengers? No. Yes, I got the free Hawkeye. I don't like that game enough, or play that game enough to justify paying any money for anything extra. More than what I've already done. Yeah, I don't care about... Well, I mean, some skins are okay. Nameplates and shit like that I think are useless. Skins can be pretty cool because, I mean, that's how your character looks. So, yeah, that would make more sense. I mean, there was a Hulk one that I really wanted. But if I was to drop 10 or 15 bucks on a bundle for looks, I would probably go for a Call of Duty Blueprint over a Marvel Avengers one. Just because I don't play again the game enough to justify it. But yeah, it would be tempting, especially if they're on sale, to do that. So again, can anybody tell me if anybody's noticing the stream looking nice, because I'm streaming at 60 FPS? Does it make it that much more enjoyable from even like a viewing perspective? Or does that kind of stuff like not even faze you whatsoever? Yeah, it's definitely a different feel, but it is very smooth. See, in game,
Domination.
it's very smooth. It's just the menu one's not.
Taking A. Capture the objective.
XM4?
Taking Charlie.
Dirty bastard.
Arming Semtex.
Cha-ching.
Taking B.
Whoa.
Enemy took Alpha. Taking Alpha. Enemy took Charlie.
Couldn't just let me have another double kill, could you? You filthy, scandalous prick. Which way is he coming from? Right there. Ooh. Don't come in here. I'm hurt.
Securing
I'm out of bullets. I'm out of bullets. Wait, I'm reloading. Fuck. That's like getting caught with your pants down, you know what I'm saying? Oh! Fuck you.
Target eliminated.
You don't escape from me.
Securing Alpha.
Oh. He's upstairs, eh? Merry
Arming
Christmas.
Semtex.
This is always funny. Watch this. I can hear it. Okay, so we can have a good laugh at that. I just got killed by my own claymore, or whatever the fuck that was called. That was actually fucking hilarious. If it was Wings of Redemption, he'd be raging right now. But that was actually hilarious because I got cocky. I was all like, watch, he'll come in. He came in. This is what's even funnier, by the way. I gotta talk about this. What's so funny is the fact that he triggered the landmine, but I'm the one that got killed. That's the part that's funny.
Enemy destroyed.
13-5.
Securing B.
Ah, almost got him. 14-6.
Bravo lockdown. Taking A.
Need to field my kill.
Spy plane commencing surveillance overflight.
Right in the bum.
Securing Alpha.
Oh. Ah, both guns were reloading at the same time. Right in the booty hole.
Charlie.
See if anyone's home. Ah! I missed the door. That was funny.
Losing B.
Losing B, my ass.
Arming Semtex.
Hostile spy plane established overhead. Losing Charlie. Enemy is Bravo.
Hostile mark.
Ah, you dirty fuck. Creeping out of the window like that. Jumping off the roof. It's definitely a lot harder to play when you're always running.
Plane established above.
Because I'm more of a sit-back kind of guy.
Losing C.
Then you gotta cover all your angles. Because when you're out in the open, you are definitely vulnerable. That dirty bitch is still alive. The Mac 10. I hate that fucking weapon with a passion. Yeah. But again, that can only happen when I know for a fact that I'm playing on console. There's still the odd game on PC that I really like to stream, and I can't quite pull off 60 FPS.
Take the objectives.
But again, for me to
Taking the objective.
Securing
spend
C.
$2,000 on a computer just so I can play a few extra frames, no offense, not really worth it for now.
We are green on capture.
Plane inbound. Losing Charlie. Taking Bravo.
In your face.
Enemy has Alpha.
Semtex primed.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. This fucking fat head was in the way. My care package bombed him off the head.
TACOM. Establish spy plane overflight.
What the fuck? What? The hell killed me? Did the care package land on my face? That's hilarious. It didn't even show what killed me. That was messed up.
Losing Charlie. Taking Alpha.
Cover me. Taking the objective.
Oh,
A secure.
bet he's mad now.
We lost Charlie.
You're shooting me while I'm sitting there not moving. I still managed to turn around and finish you off. Couldn't get the job done. What do we got? It's too quiet.
Enemy sentry turret detected in your AO.
On the ground, you don't think I saw you there, creeping around, humping the floor? Dirty bastards. That was funny.
Enemy destroyed. Smoke checked.
No, that's my
Target
thing.
removed.
Enemy took Bravo. Securing Bravo.
Five.
Losing Alpha. Taking C.
Ah,
C secure.
almost at the top of the list. 40-19.
Enemy spy plane inbound. We lost Alpha.
Shooting close. Female tango deleted.
Yeah, playing more aggressively is definitely more heart pumping. And hard.
Hostile RCXD in your AO.
Arming subject.
Ah, one bullet too short. And I would have had it. 44. There we go.
Losing C. They're dominating us. Go on the offensive. Hostile spy plane overhead. B locked down.
Yeah. See what I mean?
Securing
I don't
C.
have eyes like a fly behind my head.
Charlie locked down. Taking A.
Ah. 47. I'm trying too hard to get 50 kills. I better not get... Oh no, I'm gonna get killed by my own thing. Shit. Almost. That was what... The last time, I mean, when I blew myself up. The enemy triggered my own landmine and I got killed. That was
Losing
like...
B.
Ah. That was classic. 48. I need one more. No, you dirty
Losing
whore.
C.
50, anybody. Oh, you fucking skink.
Arming subject.
Whoops. Wrong button. $51. How the fuck did you know I was there? Oh, I don't care about the defeat.
All your asses
You
back
kidding
home,
me?
CIA.
51 kills, that's all I give a shit about.
Mission is Fumar.
Remember, overall, I don't care about kill-death ratio. I mean, it's nice when it's decent, but... I mean, I'm usually not at the bottom of the list, so... That's gotta say something, I guess. I can't tell with the light of the sun shining in my window. The colors do put... Well, the colors shouldn't be any better. The only thing I've changed is... Well, the graphics are higher because I'm playing, like, the standard console version of the game. Whereas on PC, it came to a point where... I had to turn down the graphics down to low and medium. And then my computer, like I said, couldn't even keep that up anymore, so I just gave up playing the game. I can't even play Call of Duty on PC anymore on medium settings without streaming. Like, that's how bad it's gotten. Something happened in an update. I don't know what it is. And that's the kind of shit that's, no offense, more likely to happen with PC. You're going to get less inconsistencies like that on a console. Because they're updating the game generically for a bunch of people. Whereas a console, everybody's got the same PS5. Right? So it's just easier to do that. Okay, this could be a game changer. Bullet velocity. This one we've got 80% bullet velocity and more range, but your aim walking... Oh, I don't care about that. So I like the look of that barrel right there, and then out of nowhere... Whoops. Sorry, it looks like that, then all of a sudden, boom. That's a huge game changer right there, that rifled one. Under barrel. Nope. Fast mag. No, I like the extra ammo. Flinch resistance. Aim down sight was nice. Don't care about sprint to fire. So the 14.9... I might take a small break, because like I said before, when I do play a lot of this game, it's like I can only handle so much at a time of this game when I'm streaming it. The 95 version comes with the Task Force barrel, which is the 15.7. Okay, so that means it comes with this one, where you get bullet velocity and you get effective damage range. Bullet velocity, effective damage range. Oh, okay, 50%. Yeah. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's arguable whether this one's actually better, but that's the one that it comes with by default when you unlock that one at level 95. Hey, Blues, how's it going? So the enemy triggered the bomb, but you died and they didn't. Yeah. The care package killed you. So that was what it... Oh my god, that's hilarious. So, I'm sorry, but that was actually funny. That was actually funny then, what happened. I could almost go back to the stream and call it Call of Duty Fails. And that's the kind of shit that would get more views on my channel. The first one would be where I threw a landmine, and I was all like, oh, look at me, I'm so smart. And then the enemy comes in, steps on it, but I get killed. And then moments later, guy gets in my way, I throw the care package, it bops off his head, it drops at my feet, and I'm like, well, okay, whatever. And then out of nowhere, plop, I'm dead. Death by care package. Like, to me, that's the kind... Like, imagine if I had a montage of footage like that, back to back, that I was, like, piecing together in a video. That's the kind of stuff that could be funny. At least for me. It would be pretty funny. The psychedelic doesn't have... Oh, yeah, see, that looks pretty cool. Not a lot of reactive camos in this game. There's a few now they've come out with recently, but a lot of them are reactive, like based on you killing a lot of people. I love diamond, not because of the diamonds, but look how it's all gold. Oh, man. I could only wish, but I don't play the game enough or stick to one weapon long enough for that to ever happen. I bought nameplates with units, but never will get any with the credits, right? Only because units are easier to come by. Oh, did you know that they're going to make it so you get credits for just beating a mission? Oh, that's cool. Nice. Yeah, I just went and got my ultrasound and x-rays. It took a bit longer. It was almost like a massage. It was kind of fun. I just sat there on a bed and had the woman with the gel and all that. She's like, take off your shirt. I was like, she just had like that ball massage. Well, you've probably seen ultrasounds like when people are pregnant. Obviously, I'm not pregnant, but they use the same technology, just a different program within the ultrasound machine. And it's also different training. But yeah, she rubbed my shoulders and stuff like that for like 15, 20 minutes. So that's pretty cool. Then I got x-rays. Then I got zapped with radiation. So that was fun. Oh, stickers I don't give a shit about. %5 vertical recoil. Yes, to me, that would be a little bit better for my liking. All right. Yeah, I'm hoping so. Yeah, that was funny when the care package actually like flat out killed me. I can't deny that that wasn't funny. I don't think there's anything else on the PS5 I want to play, to be honest. I don't think there is. Whoops. But at least I reinstalled it now, like I said. It's on my external hard drive, so it doesn't bother me too much. I gave this a shot because it's free. I still have the demo installed. I never actually played it. The Village demo, I was like, it's 30 minutes. I'm not really going to have a chance to enjoy it. And I just kind of didn't bother, to be honest with you. But I have it there in case the next one comes out. I think what I'm going to do is at least go in it, see how it looks and feels. But, whatever. Then I gave this game a chance. It's actually not too bad. Shin Impact. A lot of people were talking about that game. It's pretty decent. Yeah, when a self-care kit stops caring about your well-being and it literally kills you. Yeah, my shoulder. Yeah, let me swap over to, at least for now, because I did quite a bit of that. And like I said, my brain after a while, Call of Duty is just not one of those games that I can play long-term. I can't do it. It's too much action. It's too, like, intense for me. When I'm on my own, no offense, I can tend to play longer because I'm a lot more relaxed. Just bear with me for a minute as I switch back to my PC. I gotta swap keyboards, swap mice, but it's not too much of a hassle overall. I'm not really finding it's all that bad. Because I can toss the keyboard and the mouse aside, and it's like, whatever. There we go. Turn off the preview. I might go back to my stream, honestly. I mean, it might take a while for me to watch it and remember the 2 spots where that happened, but it might be worth watching through the stream again to find out where that occurred. That's for sure. Now, I heard my steering wheel turning, and I'm like, uh-oh, what happened there? That's never a good sign. Okay, good. I can still do it. With the new software, you can no longer change your settings on your Logitech in the G Hub because this software is a piece of fucking garbage. But yeah. So that'll clear up some room on my computer. Like I said, getting rid of Call of Duty. It's about 65 gigs on my PC. Might be able to squeeze in another game on PC. Not too sure because there's really not a lot of games on PC that I really want to play. Like residually, like continuously all the time. Ark used to be one of them. Again, Outriders. I mean, I had fun. My computer just can't handle it. It can't run it properly. And then I can't stand the controller on the PS5 for it. I just can't do it. And then when it comes to Resident Evil, it's one of those oddball games where I can do controller or mouse more or less equally, and it doesn't really bother me. State of Decay 2, can't really play that too well, but I mean, I can. Hunter Call of the Wild I like a lot. Same graphics as Generation Zero. But yeah, chances are American Truck Simulator. I might try that sometime. Maybe not like right now, but maybe next time I'll do a fake stream for myself. And I will try and load up American Truck Simulator and see if I can stream that at 60 as well as playing it at 60. I'm just not too sure it'll do it. And then Valheim, you'll probably never see me anywhere near a time where you're going to see me play this game. For one reason only, the almighty Valheim. Can you believe I can't run this game on my computer? I can't run it. It fucking runs like shit. Hot garbage this game runs like. I could play Assassin's Creed 2 Valhalla. I mean, I could play even Call of Duty decently on my own, but I can't play fucking Valheim. Like, are you kidding me right now? I could play Cyberpunk 2077 Day 1 without the patches better than I could play Valheim. And I'm actually not kidding. I'm actually being dead serious. Like, that's not even a joke. So, I don't know. I just know that someday when I get a new computer, it'll be better. Oh, I've thought of that. But when I stream 1 to 2 hours at a time, trying to pick out a 5-second clip here and there can be hard to do. But, yeah. That's where I'll have to, like, zip through my stream or even play it like a double speed and kind of, like, watch and go, oh, okay, right about here. But, yeah. What I would need, similar to what's on console, I don't know if you guys know this. I'll just play this for a little bit because I am a bit tired. PlayStation, I can recap stuff that happened a while ago. I could do the past 15 seconds, the past 5 minutes, the past hour. I know there's a way to do it with OBS, okay? I never bothered. And when those moments happen, I would have liked to be able to hit a button and recapture like the last 30 seconds. I'd much rather go through a 30-second clip than an hour-and-a-half stream trying to find 2 10-second spots where I had some epic fails, sort of thing. Right? But yeah, those are some of the things that I like the idea of doing for sure. And then again, World of Warcraft for me is just my peaceful game that can be really hard, almost Dark Souls-like. It's got PvP. It's got PvE. It's literally got a little bit of everything. Uh-oh. Not doing so hot here. See what I mean? But this one, it's harder to see the big picture. Because when you see me play the game sometimes, all you see is me running around grinding on shit. And it's not all that exciting. The PvP, though, in this game is what can be really incredible. When you're roaming around a big open world and there's people everywhere. Yeah, see, this won't. Use the globe. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so the ultrasound, by the way, it's really nothing too drastic. A couple of decades ago, I got into a nasty car accident on Christmas Eve of 2000. And I banged up my shoulder a little bit, but for many years, I didn't really do a lot of working out like with weights like I used to when I was a young teenager. So I never really did much in a day-to-day that would require me to do certain movements that would cause the impingement or pinch-like feeling that I get in my shoulder. But now that I've been working out pretty hard and all that kind of stuff, and getting a lot stronger, picking up heavier dumbbells, doing 2-3 times as many push-ups as I normally do, right? I'm aggravating an old injury, if you will, from a few decades ago. So I got it looked at, like I said, several years ago, like almost immediately after, and I was diagnosed with a frozen shoulder. It's restricted movement in the shoulder, but I didn't really have any pain beyond that too much. So it's probably just a mild impingement from what they saw in the ultrasound. Because, I mean, they could see it right there instantly. They're just not really supposed to tell you what they're seeing right away. They're supposed to let your family doctor go over it with you. But it's very unlikely I would need surgery. And even if I did, it's not like I'm getting a quadruple bypass. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm having my intestines removed, so either which way, it's not a big deal to me. It'll get fixed and I'll be able to push just that little bit extra harder. That's really what it is. I don't like pills and painkillers and all that shit. So even if they prescribe them, I wouldn't take them. I don't want anything to mask my problem. If it's going to be there, I might as well feel it. I know that sounds really morbid and weird, but it's the same thing with headaches. I very rarely take Tylenol. Tylenol is something I've only taken the last couple of times I've had migraines because I suffer from cluster headaches and chronic migraines all the time. I know people throw that term around a lot, but I get about a half a dozen migraines a month. That's not normal. But I've already had an MRI and all that kind of stuff of my brain. And there's nothing that fucked up with it at all, so. So anyways, I hate that shit. That's why anything that you put in your body to make your body do something that your body's not doing on its own, I don't like. That's why when I tell people I don't like vaccines, what do you think the first thing is that comes to their mind? Oh, he's one of those Trump-supporting anti-vaxxers. Nah, bitch. I'm just one of those people that doesn't like being pumped with shit in my body to make my body do something that it can't do on its own. Like, I was diabetic for half my life. I'm almost considered clinically now no longer diabetic. Right? That's a little bit different. That can kind of, you know, fuck you up pretty bad, like real quick. So yeah, sure, a medication like that to help with your blood sugars, alright, fine. I'll take it, but now I'm exercising, losing weight, to the point where I don't need it. Again, my body's now doing that on its own. I don't need the fucking medication to make my body work properly, to make it non-diabetic-like. Right? That's what I'm getting at. But yeah, if I have no choice, of course I'll do it. I'll just complain about it. You'll just hear me go, you know, like I got my flu shot, I think, a couple of years ago for the first time in my life. I've never gotten a flu shot because it's not law. If you're not, I'm all about following the law. If something isn't the law, and I'm still following the law, then I shouldn't be told to do something. To me, if it's that important, then make it the law. That's just how I look at it. Anyway, so I got the flu shot a couple years ago for the first time, and whatever. Didn't do anything. Like, I'm sure it worked or whatever, right? But my doctor was like, well, you know, you're diabetic and all that. And he goes, you could be a little bit more prone to getting sick. And I was like, sick? I said I might be psychologically fucked and have diabetes, but I haven't had a cold or anything since like 1993, 1994. I don't get sick. I don't get colds or flus or... I was around people all the time before that had them, never caught anything. So I think it might have been a bit of an ego thing too, I'll be honest. Maybe it was a bit of an ego thing. I don't need no vaccine or no fucking Tylenol or Pepto-Bismol or Robaxacet or whatever the fuck it is people take for every little pain they have. I'm like, I'm just gonna deal with it. I'm just gonna let my body handle it. If it can't, fuck it. And that's still a little bit my attitude. So again, I don't like vaccines, but not for the same reasons that anti-vaxxers like them. I don't believe they're microchipped to follow your movement and mind control you. There's people out there that believe that fucking shit. Like, are you kidding me? You wouldn't need a prescribed... Oh, yeah. Migraine all the time and went to the doctor a few times. They couldn't really help her beyond... Yeah, medication. Yeah, exactly. I don't like crutches. Right? I don't like masking things. I mean, sure, it can help. Now I've gotten desperate with my migraines that... Oh. This might not end well. This might not end well. No, fuck off. Fuck off. Animal abuse. I'm stuck. How the Alright, you want some of this? Yeah, like for some people, vaccines don't bother them. Like, I'm probably still gonna get, you know, the COVID one. But what I am doing is definitely not rushing at the front of the line to get it. I want to study it a little bit, find out which ones have the pros and cons. Some of them you have to go back to them twice, but they're more effective. Some other ones, they're not nearly as efficient, but you only need one dose, right? So those are logical things for me to think about before just jumping in blindly. Like, hey, I just got mine. Did you research it? No, they just had it in stock, and I said I'll go to Shoppers and get it. Yeah, I'm not doing that. If I'm going to get it, I'm going to at least look into it a little bit. But not for conspiracy reasons, obviously. Stotts, did you get your vaccine for COVID? Were you able to get one in Canada? I think I'm able to get one soon. My doctor hasn't talked to me about it, so... Right now, things are so locked anyways. They're so shut down that... Alright, I gotta turn this fucking thing off. There we go. Right. But like you, what's your honest opinion on... Let's put you on the spot for a moment. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Do you think in a specific instance, like COVID, do you think people should make it mandatory that you get it? Should you be forced to get it due to the magnitude of COVID, or do you believe that it should still be up to the person to decide to get it? World of Warcraft Classic. How's it going, Mel? It is a pretty wild thing to talk about, but there are things that I think about that matter to me, right? Me, I'm kind of like a little bit indifferent, you know what I mean? Like it's... To me, it's... Me, I'm all about this. And it's pretty simple. Maybe this all makes sense. If there's something out there, and I'm not saying this isn't, I'm just saying if there's something out there that legitimately could wipe out and fuck up the planet, which it looks like COVID's doing, in an extreme like that, I have to be honest, that vaccination to me should be mandatory. Why? It's real simple to answer. People that scream, my rights, my rights. Okay, what about the other people's rights that you're affecting? Are you willing to self-isolate in the attic for the rest of your life? Then great, you don't need the vaccine. I would probably be one of those psycho leaders that would probably make it mandatory. Once I know that it's safe, you know, you assess all the risks, which one's the better vaccine, because there's multiple different COVID vaccines. Some can cause blood clots, even though the people that are complaining about blood clots, you have a 100 more likely chance of having blood clots if you're on birth control. You don't see people banning birth control, do you? Right? So again, when you look at it that way and you put it into perspective, you start going, wait, what? There's data to prove that birth control medication, which a lot of people are on around the world, you're much more likely, astronomically likely, to get blood clots on that than you are with the COVID vaccine. Then what? Then what's to come back to, well, I don't want to take it. In an extreme circumstance like that, I think you should be forced. I know it sounds hardcore. I know it sounds Fidel Castro-like, maybe. But to me, it's like, sorry, your rights are no longer... It's no longer your freedom when you're affecting the lives of other people. Now, if it's something like the daily or the yearly flu shot, or I don't know. You know what I mean? That's a little bit different. I'm not saying they should go door to door and pin you down and, you know? But there comes a point where if your irresponsibility is potentially causing nasty shit to happen around the world, especially on a scale like this, like, I'm going to take it. I'm being fully honest with you. I am getting the COVID vaccine. When I get, like, the right one, my doctor talks to me about it. I'm still going to complain about it. Ah, fuck, I didn't get to let my body just deal with it. Right? But I'll be allowed to complain about it a little bit because at least I'll have gotten the vaccine, you know? How are you doing, Mel? Are you new to the channel? Sorry. I think it should be up to the person. I could perhaps see some mandates on children. Yeah, public school, but... Oh, okay. Look, that's right, blood clots are rare. I believe most of the people who got the blood clots were also on birth control. No, I mean, I meant like in general, people that take birth control are more likely to get blood clots from birth control. I'm saying compared to people taking the vaccine. I'm more worried about long-term... Yes, and I agree with that than the blood clots. Rare problems that don't bother me. Welcome. And that's what I like about talking about that stuff is there's no trash talking, because I will boot your ass out of here so fast. I might say it should be mandatory, you know, on paper, but I get it when people are like, nah, people shouldn't be forced to do anything. It's like, but at what point? And that's the $1 million question. And I'm not saying I got the answer. I'm not saying I know what it is. But at what point, you know, do we do it? You know, like if COVID had a, you know, let's up the game a bit. If COVID had like a 50% mortality rate, you know, then should it be mandatory? Or the SWAT team shows up at your door and just shoots you with the vaccine. Next, kick down the door, pshooing, you know what I mean? Like, at what extreme would everybody be on board with, okay, fine, just prick me with the vaccine already, you know? There's a 50% chance I'm going to die, you know? Like, because a lot of people will argue with the COVID thing, you know, 1% or 2% mortality rate. A friend of mine, yeah, he's my friend, and I don't agree with him, but it's his opinion. And I've known him for decades. But he did a meme on the COVID vaccine saying, imagine waiting around for a vaccine for a virus that has a 99% survival rate. Right? And it's like, I get it, right? It's not like everybody's just getting it and keeling over. But yeah, long-term effects is very important. That's right. There can be sometimes some nasty stuff. Same thing with medications, anything you just put in your body. That's why naturally, I'm a very natural person. That's why I don't smoke. I don't drink alcohol. I mean, obviously my body doesn't produce food, so I eat, but that's because I have to eat to survive. Same thing with water. You're made up of water, predominantly. Anything that's not natural, I'm just kind of one of those weirdos that prefers not to put it in me. If I don't have to. Like, I definitely won't go out of my way to get something my body didn't naturally just do on its own. That's why we were given an immune system. Right? Your body can pretty much fight off everything. Unfortunately, some people are better at it than others, and that just kind of comes with the roll of the dice. You got fit people with six-packs in their 20s dying of cancer. You know what I mean? Like, no offense, shit happens. You were dealt a shitty deck of cards when it came to genetics. You know what I mean? Like, that's just life. You can't save everybody, right? So that's just my thoughts on that bullshit. Alright, let me go kill this bear. So yeah, again, I'm not anti-vaxxer. I'm just a cautious person that likes to look into things before just gobbling up what everybody's saying about it, whether positive or negative. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's spreading misinformation, propaganda, that's wrong. Legitimate concerns, there's nothing wrong with that. People that say, well, you know, the vaccine, you know, what are the long-term effects? It's like, well, that's a valid point. Right? Now, where is this big gray bear? It's got a weird path that's on my map. Anyhow, I've said this before for the few people that are left in here. Notice the difference, Dots, and how much calmer I am when I play World of Warcraft compared to Call of Duty. It's like night and day. Oh, there he is. Kind of looks like my Night Elf Druid. Bear form. Hey, psst. Holy cow. Still haven't made up my mind, you know? Between this and the Alliance one. What games do you normally play, Mel? Yeah, it brings out that part of me too that's like, yeah, bitch. Come get some, bitch. Again, when I act like that, it's not an act. That's just naturally how I am. I'm not trying to be anything extra. You know what I mean? We should all try to be as informed on things as we can. Vaccine. Oh, yeah. I think they will achieve a mandatory vaccine without calling it that by limiting the things you can do without one. Yeah. Oh, my God. That was actually the point I was going to bring up. Oh, my God. You helped me have my epiphany I was looking for. Let me turn down the sound of the... Why do I feel like the music's loud? There we go. That's what I was going to say. I'm more about that. I am more about what you just said, which is actually what I was going to say. I'm more about not forcing people to do things they don't want to do, within reason, of course. But, hey, you don't want to put on a mask? You don't have your vaccine card? Cool, no problem. I won't shame you for it. But you are not going to enter my store. That's the trade-off. You're not telling me who I need to let come into my store, and I'm not telling you how you need to look to come into my store. Everybody wins. Well, I mean, you don't end up getting to go in my store to buy shit, but you can just go somewhere else. That's how it is in the States. In the States, I told you there was a guy that I was following on YouTube that I told to go fuck himself. Because his attitude behind it was really nasty. It was just very nasty. I thought I turned off that shit. Fucking prick. Fuck you. And he's all like, fuck the mask, fuck the vaccines. If people are fucking afraid of my motherfucking molecules that I'm spitting out, they can go, puh. And then he spits because he was outside streaming. He's like, puh. They can fucking kiss my fucking ass. Bunch of inbred, weak motherfucking prick. Like, you get the idea? Like, the dude was just so toxic that I'm like, ugh. My ears were bleeding. And he just had such a nasty, nasty attitude towards it. He's like, I go into a fucking store, I don't wear no goddamn mask. Because there's no mask mandates in the States depending on where you are. And that's what he was showing. He was showing going into a store and they were not forcing him to put a mask on. And I have to admit, it's like and this guy's like ripped, he works out and all that. I'm like, dude, you bench maybe 200-300 pounds. You can shrug 200-300 pounds. But you can't wear a cloth mask on your head for 15 seconds while you go into a store real quick. Do you know what I mean? And then the guy's like, before I canceled him, he was like, masks don't fucking work anyways. They don't do nothing. I said, well, they're not perfect. But at the same time, if I have my pants on, which I do, and I pissed myself, chances are I'm not going to end up urinating on you. Which is like a really fucked up analogy. It's a really, really weird way of looking at it. Oh no, not this again. But it's kind of true. If I have my pants on and I piss myself, you are probably not going to get wet. But if I was naked and I pissed myself, you would probably be soaking wet. That's kind of how I shared with him why I feel, you know, masks can work. He chuckled, and then I just left, and I said, yeah, I didn't say fuck you or anything like that. I just left the stream, and then I just unsubscribed to him just because of how nasty he was. Not necessarily because of his point of view. That's what I want to make clear. This isn't because we had a difference of opinions. It was the attitude behind that I was like, yeah, no. And you're the reason why this bitch isn't curbed yet. Right? Like, to me, that was pretty nasty of him. I'm not one to play many games, but once in a while I'll play some games with my nephew. That's cool. What kind of games do you like to play? I mean, I might have read... I'm not saying I was original talking about the pissing yourself part, but it's true. Like, there's... Yeah, like there's someone I was talking to that I was like, why would I wear a mask when you can just as easily spread COVID? And I was like, I might have dropped out of high school, but even I know a little bit about physics. And he's like, I wear glasses and I put a mask on, and then, oh shit, I got too close. Get back, that's right. And, sorry, let me get back to the main road here. What was I saying? Oh yeah, he was like, I refuse to wear a mask. I said, oh, okay. He goes, if people force me to put a mask on, I tell them to fuck off, but then he's not allowed in the store anyways. And he goes, the reason I think they're dumb was his explanation is when you put glasses on and you put a mask on, you'll fog up your glasses, which means that air and particles are getting out. So he goes, so if I have COVID, he goes, I'm not stopping the COVID from getting out. And I was like, right, if you had it and you were talking, especially with the average everyday mask that most people wear, you're right, the COVID would probably still come out of your mask. It would leak out of the mask. But it wouldn't be fucking projected in front of the person you're talking to. When you're talking to someone, you're like, hey, how's it going, Sharon? How's your day today? Oh, go on, tell me about Jim Bum. Are you looking at them, or are you turning your backs to them, looking up at, you know, at the sky or talking to the ground when you're talking to them? You usually look at the fucking people that you're talking to. Well, if you don't have a cloth, right? Again, it's like the whole underwear pissing yourself thing. It'll still leak out. The urine's still going to trickle down your leg and probably hit the ground, but it's not going to flat out shoot directly towards you. And I was like, I'd like to think that was a good explanation. He didn't get it. He didn't get it. He's like, nah, screw that. And I was like, anyways. There's a few people like that, and they're allowed to think what they want. Again, that's not what bothers me. It's when people get nasty about it. That's what I don't understand. So yeah, like you were saying, don't force the people to do it, but restrict what they can do if they don't. So, yeah. That is what I'm more of a fan of. But then it's like, at what point is that going to come to the point where, like, you want to go to Best Buy or Walmart, and you go in and you're going to need, like, photo ID showing, like, your vaccine government card. Hey, I was vaccinated for COVID. You know what I mean? Like, what's next? That's going to happen, and if you don't have your card, you're not allowed in. Like, for real, that could end up being a thing, maybe. I was just saying don't feel bad about it. Oh, yeah. I think it was Apex Predator, right? Don't worry, Mel, I don't always talk about politics and vaccines and viruses and shit. This fucking motherfucker. All lives matter. Watch, this is the same guy, I think. Let's see if he still blocked me. Black Lives Matter. This is the guy that I messaged. Watch what happens. Yeah, see? He's ignoring me because we got into not a dispute. He went, all lives matter, and I said Black Lives Matter. And he got triggered. And he went, what the fuck? Watch me. Watch me. Watch the chat at the bottom. The green chat. The green chat is, this is nasty. See? I'm in the guild. Am I in the guild? I should be. How come it doesn't show I'm in the guild? Oh, right, okay. Oh, fuck. And I will do that every single time he invites me. Anyways, he got really triggered, and I didn't even have it in caps locks. He said, all lives matter, you want to join the guild? And I just said, Black Lives Matter. Oh, he didn't like that, and he blocked me. Fucking blocked me. That straight up is a snowflake. Right there. I didn't tell him he needs to change his guild name. I didn't give him an explanation about anything. And he just blocked, and there it is right there. So I thought that was funny, because he's still able to invite me to the guild. I'm still able to join it. I just can't whisper him. And, yeah. That's fucking hilarious. Who? Oh, yeah, there's... Oh, yeah, all those people saw that shit. Look at how many people are in the guild. Those are all the people that saw me say that, and they're probably like, oh my god. One guy's name is Oswich. Oh boy. Cult prick. Clean wank. Yeah, that looks like the type. Oswich, clean wank, and I think I've rested my case. Oh man, that's hilarious. Exactly right, Phil. And then if the other person is wearing one, well, you're pretty much 90% safe. Not 100, of course. Yeah, never claimed it was 100%. That's right. But some people just like being defiant. Yeah. And I'm just being fully honest that I am a little bit defiant. I don't like do this, do that. Like, I don't think anybody enjoys being told what to do. But I try to think outside of myself. It's called not being selfish and self-consumed. And if I think, you know, like I said, that I could potentially be the reason why the world is just a tiny bit safer, then I go, well, fuck, why not? Makes me look like a badass ninja when I put my mask on anyways. I got a camo fucking face mask. It's super nice. Then I got... Where's my toque? Then I got my Call of Duty toque, and then I put it on with my shades and shit. Makes me look like a ninja. So I was like, whatever. How often do you get to walk into a bank looking like a fucking terrorist and not have the cops come after you? Seriously. I'm seizing the moment. Not too often you're going to be able to do that.
Blood and thunder. Strength.
Again, I don't like it, but sometimes in life you got to do things you don't like.
Ah, I've been expecting you. When's back?
I don't like that you can't speed, but you know, probably makes the world a safer place if you're not allowed to go 150 miles an hour down a road, right? Again, I don't like it, but I get it, right?
Brawlhalla. Victory.
The less people listen to the rules, then yeah. In an extreme case. Yes, he is. He's mass inviting a bunch of people. Yeah, that's all that's happening. I think if we had all the celebrities wear masks and make it trendy without having the governments try it and do it, everyone, yep. Apple came out with a mask, the Apple mask. But it is true, though. Most people that wear the masks that they wear,
Welcome, friend.
they're not that good. They're not. They fold, they ripple, fucking shit leaks everywhere. But again, if I put a piece of paper towel over my mouth and I spit, and you're right in front of me, chances are that loogie, or whatever the hell it's called, is not going to hit your face. You know, there's some science behind that, right? What's crazy is some of the wackadoo fucking Christians that I have talked to before. Oh boy. And they think it's demonic to have to wear a mask. Not like as a figure of speech. Like, they literally think it's demonic. And I'm like, what the fuck are you smoking? And then one's like, oh, I see parents putting masks on their kids, and it just makes me want to call Children's Aid on them. I mean, all that carbon dioxide, you know, that's building up inside of the mask. It's going to make their kids brain dead, and it could possibly kill them. But, you know, I like talking to people like that, because so long as they can remain calm, because I like having civil conversations, it's interesting to see where some people get some of their information, right? And wow, there's some very special things that people think can happen out there by wearing one. Apparently, it can kill you and your kids if you wear a mask. But I get it. They're not fun to wear, and, you know, I get it. There's nothing more I hate than being told what to do. Yeah. I always found those go vote campaigns obnoxious. Yeah, they are obnoxious. But I say this as someone who thinks voting can be important. See, that's the $1 million statement. Voting can be important. I don't like voting. I vote. But I have not voted in the past as well if I don't feel either candidate is good. Then if the guy who wins is a dumb shit, I can still complain, go, there's a dumb shit. And then if someone goes, well, you don't have the right to complain because you didn't vote. I'm like, bitch, I thought the other one was a dumb fuck too. So it would have been a loss-loss situation anyways. The last time I voted, and I voted for Trudeau, because I thought he was better than Stephen Harper. Notice how I did the parentheses there, better. Because again, better suited for what I like in a government compared to the other side, right? That doesn't actually mean he's better, because if he was, then nobody would have voted for Harper in the first place. See, that's how politics work. Just most people don't look at it that way. So I voted for him, but I also only voted for him because motherfuckers showed up at my door, right? They showed up at my door. And I'm being serious. I'm on disability. I've been very candid about that. Got anxiety and all that bullshit. So when I called him and I told him, where do I go to vote? Blah, blah, blah. Is there a lineup for people with anxiety? You know, it might sound a bit funny, but like, it's an issue for me to do that. Oh, don't worry about it. We'll be there tomorrow. Oh, holy shit. In the comfort of my own home, 2 people came over and I voted right from my house. Like, doesn't get any cooler than that. So at that point, it wasn't really an inconvenience. I was like, fuck, whatever. I personally, just no offense, I wanted Harper out. At that point, if I'm set on I want him out, but I do nothing about it to partake in that potentially happening, I can't complain then if he had won again. God damn it, the fucking Harper. I can't complain at that point because I wouldn't have done my part to potentially have had him boot fucked out of Parliament. Right? So, like the Supreme Mask. Yeah. Yeah, it is. But yeah, to me, voting is like, I've had people say voting should be mandatory. I think that's fucking retarded. Voting mandatory for what? If you're not into politics, if you don't care who wins, or you just don't know who to go for, who cares? I'm sick and tired of these people on Twitter. They're like, you didn't vote. Because of you, you're complicit. Now, if Trump wins again, you're the reason why Hitler's in here for another 4. It's like, oh, shut the fuck up. Right? Not everybody's balls deep into politics like you are, like whoever, right? And I'm just like, man, let people live their lives. It's not affecting your life. No one's going to die because he didn't vote. You know what I mean? And to me, it's like, I know people that are in the States that didn't vote. They were afraid to tell people that they didn't. And I'm like, give me a break. Just let people breathe and do their own thing, so long as it's not impacting your life. Well, I guess if you hated Trump and he stays in office, I guess that impacts your life. But you can't force somebody else to vote him out if they don't care. If they just legit don't give a fuck. The whole point of suffrage is that you have the right to not vote if you want, right? I still say you're justified in critiquing your government. Oh, of course, absolutely. But I gave you, legitimately, maybe you would agree with me, on an example in which you'd be a little bit less allowed to critique the government. A little bit. Like in the example that I use, let's say you wanted Harper gone because Trudeau took over for Harper. You really wanted your Harper gone. You really wanted Trudeau to go in. But you didn't do your part to make that happen. And then let's say Harper wins, and then you bitch, moan, and complain that he's still there for another couple of years. At that point, as a joke, I'll say, well, you have a little bit less of a reason to bitch and complain about him because you didn't do your part to potentially have had that change. You see what I mean? But yeah, if there's, general government critiquing, sure. Of course you can do that. It makes a little bit less sense to complain when you don't do your part. But yeah, if you just don't know who to vote for and you think both of them are a turd, well then, whatever. I think I'm going to do just something really quick here. Just to kind of whatever for a few minutes while I'm talking. I'll probably take a break pretty soon. Get some fresh air. Go for a nice walk. And... ooh. Field attribute ball handling. Fielding arm strength. Yeah, let's do that one. I can understand not wanting Harper in some extent, but I think any of the alternatives were good either, unless you didn't like him but thought Harper was still the... Oh, yeah. You have to understand where I'm coming from too. People are going to be like, "Oh, I get it." Listen. I've said this a million times, it's not a secret. I am on the system. I'm on disability. The conservative thing is usually, man the fuck up. Get off the government's dollar, boy. Pull your act together. What would you have done if this was 1853, motherfucker? Get out there and plow the field and become a farmer, boy. Make yourself something. Make something of yourself. Fucked up the speech now. That's the conservative way of looking at things. I've met a lot of hardcore conservatives. Oh my God. They're all about, fuck you, you're not taxing me a higher bracket because I make more money. I make $250,000 a year. Why should my tax bracket be 47 fucking percent when some jabroni working at fucking Walmart only gets taxed 13%? Where's the equality in that? And I'll be honest, I get that. I get their argument. That's the difference between me and the other ones out there. is I get where those people are coming from. I get it. I understand. It's technically not equality. Just because you're still walking away with more money, but you are being penalized at a higher percentage just because you managed to work your ass off more to make more money. Right? So I get that. But conservative governments tend not to be good for people like me on disability. We're not exactly favored. Kathleen Wynne, the Premier of Ontario, fuck that bitch, man. Mind you, she was liberal. It just shows you it's not always about liberal and conservative. She wanted to cut disability, make some massive changes, and make it so that people on disability were getting paid the same
Well, if you've listened to me before, you
as
know
people that are on welfare. And I'm like, fuck that shit. Are you fucking kidding me right now? So, yeah, in an instance like that, it can be pretty scary. Liberal governments are very unlikely to fuck up people that are on the system. So, now, I'm just trying to get off the system. I'm already more than halfway there. Could never happen, though. But yeah. So that's why I tend to not particularly like conservative governments. Otherwise, to be honest with you, I probably really wouldn't fucking care as much. I only care a little bit more now because it affects me more. So I have an ulterior motive to care more about politics. Otherwise, if I was YouTubing, making $100,000 a year, I could give a fuck if it's a liberal or a fucking conservative government. And fuck, whatever. Am I still getting my $100,000? Good, great. You know, I'm just being honest. I would care less. I wouldn't be as into it. It's a Saturday and I'm angry about politeness. Well, I think it's the balance again. I like being polite because it can have people take you more seriously and wanting to listen to what you have to say. What I don't like is the overbearing political correctness. Again, a balance.
Runners off for second. Strike taken to throw. Way late, and he's in the
Hey, listen.
Now at the plate here is Storm. He'll lead things off
I'm
here
completely
with
out of the
first.
the groove here.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases.
Run, 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 run. No, run. Keep running. Woohoo.
Time, and he's in there with a double.
I like baseball. Have I ever mentioned that? Baseball can be cool. Laid back.
Now that's popped up.
Not overly barbaric.
Batista is there, one away.
Like Call of Duty. I can actually feel like I can breathe a little bit. Look at the chat a bit more.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. He can't track it down as this ball falls.
No, I should have run. Oh well. I could have ran.
A line shot to third base.
Anybody else have this game by any chance? MLB The Show 21.
And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Batting fifth, the center fielder.
Line drive to center.
Run, 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 run.
And that's in there. Base hit. 1 run is scored.
Very nice.
So won't get him.
God, those mountains in the background look horrible. I have to beat the game and do every story arc in Thor's to get Thor's hammer, and I woke up. Oh yeah. Yeah, I have Thor's hammer. That was annoying to get.
Into the box now. Storm.
Okay, for real? Quit fucking with me.
As he grounds one briskly to short. Ridley
Quick,
has
quick,
it
quick.
Cleanly, and there's out number 2.
Ah. I failed the challenge. Anyways, what I like about Road to the Show, though, is it's pretty fast-paced. Like,
Travis Blankenhorn. Strike called. Now the throw down. And he is out at second.
Out.
Caught stealing to end the inning.
Get off my lawn, boy. But see how it's just very, like, boom, boom, boom from one play to the next.
Now,
I like that.
here at the plate as he'll step out
Apparently
of
the sun has set. how long is this game
Stepping
of
in
baseball?
now, Storm. He grounds it sharply to third.
I screwed up there because I was so used to always having a pop-up interrupt my swing that I was anticipating it, and it kind of distracted me not having it.
Storm. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning.
So yes, for me, baseball is definitely the hardest sports game for me to play decently, even on easy settings.
Storm. He swings and sends it on a line to right center. And this gets down. And with nobody out, will they push it? Here comes the winning run for the plate.
Superman dive.
The winning run will score as they walk off with a 3-2 victory.
There is no demo. The demo is timed. See, that's me jumping around like a... I don't know what the hell that is. I only have to do... See, that was me. Boom! That's right. Replay that shit. I mean, it wasn't a home run, but... I'm also like a 56 overall. Can't really expect much out of me. Well, there you go. That was a nice, quick little game.
3-2, the finish in tonight's game. The Drillers.
I only have to do the Winchester arc and the F6. I think it's called, and that's the order member. Besides that guy. Yeah, so the demo for Resident Evil, you only have 30 minutes to play it, and it's only on certain dates that you can play it. So that's why I'm not playing it, because I can't. And games like Resident Evil, I may end up in the future not really streaming them. Games that require so much attention where I'm going to be pausing the game a lot, it's going to have to be a special stream where I put in the title Resident Evil Village Noob Stream. Please help me. Literally. And if I title the stream appropriately like that, then people can't come in and go, what the hell's this shit? I'm just not good at games like Resident Evil. I couldn't even figure out the first demo how to play it. I was running around. It's like, how do people get past that? And I didn't get it. I had to do it on my own. I had to think, concentrate, focus. Then I had the game memorized to the point where I made a fucking hardcore walkthrough of the entire game for Resident Evil 2. Like, that's how comfortable I got with the game. I had everything memorized because that's all I was playing. 5, 6, 7 hours a day. I mean, anybody can do that, right? So, I mean, I'm capable of doing it, but I definitely wouldn't have been able to do that on my first run. Right? So when the demo comes out again, I might record some gameplay of it, just to kind of showcase the game. But for me, it would probably be an absolute waste to try and stream or, you know, the game, because I know fuck all about it. I'm not good in the moment of feeling like I'm rushed, like I have to giddy up and get to it. So yeah. Those tend to be the worst kind of games for me to play on a stream. Honestly. They really, really are. Anybody like MLB? The show, by the way, that like baseball? I'm thinking maybe later I'm gonna go there for my walk and shit. But I'm thinking when I come back, not too sure what I want to do. I might want to play a little bit of Call of Duty. I mean, I am having fun now that it's rock solid 60 FPS. I might be tempted to play like another sport game, like hockey or Madden football or something like that. Now that I know that I can stream at 60 FPS, if I know that I'm going to be sticking to PS5 predominantly, I might try something out in a different game later. And again, World of Warcraft seemed to be working fine at 60 FPS as well, so that's kind of really nice too. It seems like a few people appreciated the extra bump in frames. Now, if I was playing Nintendo Switch, no matter what, that's going to be 30 FPS, obviously. I'm not a sports game fan. Oh, yeah, you don't like sports much, eh? I really don't want to do the arc where you have to wear that skull cloak. Oh, yeah, it just seems too tedious to have an alliance. Yeah. Anyhow, I'm going to head off for a bit. I've already streamed twice today. I'm going to go for a nice walk, get some skin cancer from the sun, add a little color to my face, and come back. Might relax on my own for a little bit, because like I said before, I do enjoy playing video games on my own as well, without always having to record and stream everything. But as much as I do like it, yeah, it's always nice to have some time to yourself. And I don't do that too often. Plus, I might play some guitar too a little bit at some point. I want to keep up with that. But yeah, when I come back, I might do a little bit more baseball. I mean, that is the new game now. It's still a hot topic of conversation amongst baseball fans, obviously. I don't know if there's anybody in here that watches me that even remotely enjoys baseball. I hate watching it, but I really do like playing it. I suck at the game, but, with practice, I might get better. Again, Call of Duty, I used to average 4 to 6 kills a match. Now I get 20, 22 kills, and I consider that a bad match. Because you saw what happened again once I warm up a little bit, and I get used to a weapon. What happened that last game? 53 fucking kills. I think it was 53 kills. Sure, I died like 25, 27 times, but I don't care about that. I don't need to flex the whole, like, difference between the kills and deaths. Obviously, it would be more impressive if I had 53 kills and only, like, under 10 kills, or deaths. But I'm not that fucking good, right? And I don't want to play the game enough to ever get to that point either. I want to be able to enjoy other games. And don't forget, there's still a chance someday that I might give up World of Warcraft too. It might be possible in the future that moving forward, PC games on the stream are going to be rare, except for the likes of Skater XL and American Truck Simulator. Those will be games that, well, you don't have a choice. They're not on PS5, right? So those I would still play. I think Returnal's coming out soon too. That seems like an interesting game, but $90? Like, holy fuck, man. Like, normally a AAA game is $100. Or, $79.99. That looks cool. Chivalry. This is a game I'm probably going to get big into. Chivalry Medieval Warfare. Oh, man. That is going to be... That could end up, like, almost replacing World of Warcraft for me. Just pure mayhem, pure PvP. Like, just look at that. Look at that shit, man. Holding up people's heads. Lopping off their limbs.
Chivalry is capturing the fantasy of the medieval Hollywood movies and bringing that to the hands of a gamer.
That, I could promise you, I'm going to be huge into. It's like Call of Duty medieval, you know?
The success of Chivalry 1 blew us all away. It's been 8 years since the first game launched.
This is going to be lit, as the expression goes. Literally, as the guy was lit on fire.
Move the genre itself forward. Our team now is comprised of industry experts. There's a lot.
Yeah, we don't need to hear you rambling. I want to talk. But this game I'm very excited for, like, beyond what you can imagine. I had just completely forgotten how soon this game is coming out. I don't know if you know this, but I prefer a game like this over Call of Duty. Did you know that when it comes to weapons, I'm not much of a gun kind of guy? I'm more of a spear kind of guy. Daggers, maces, bow and arrow, sword and shield, lopping off people's heads off their shoulders like that. Like, that's... Whoops, I fucked that up. That's what I'm into. Like, to me, I could see this being like a very big thing for me. There's no grinding, there's no complicated puzzles. Get the fuck out there and behead people. Legally. That's what I'm into. I had a dream. New plague territory came, but they're just unlimited plague juggernauts coming in. Oh boy. Yeah, Chivalry's going to be on console. Nice. Yes, I have Monster Hunter Rise. I absolutely love it. It's amazing. Even at 30 FPS on the Switch, it's a beautiful game. It runs really, really well. Anyhow, so before I leave, we've got, another couple of weeks there. May 7th, we've got Resident Evil Village coming out. Again, I'm probably going to... I'm getting both games, like the PS4, PS5. I might try and showcase the PS5 a little bit at first. It really depends on how much memory it takes, how big the game is. I don't think it quite tells us yet how big the game is. But Resident Evil games tend to not be all that big overall. So I might play it on the PS5 at first, and then, I might switch back to the PS... I don't know. I don't know if you can go back and forth with your unlocks. Like, those are all things I'm going to have to look into. But from what I've seen so far, long term, I might be just better off playing the PS4 version of that game. This one looks like fun, but $90 to play someone in a shit gray suit. I don't know. It looks fun. I'm just not sure it's $90 fun. I saw the preview. It looks cool. Looks super fast pace. But it kind of just felt like a 10 to 12 hour game and then you're done. Didn't seem to have like a lot of replay value to it, at least from what I saw really quickly. So that's May 7th for Resident Evil, and then the month after that, literally to the day, almost, 32 days later, and you've got Chivalry. And that's going to be cool. What I don't like about Chivalry 2 is how it's going to be online play required. The original Chivalry, you could play offline with bots on PC, but on console, it never got updated, it never got patched, and you were forced to be connected to the internet to even play offline against bots. So that was a bit of a bummer. Maybe it'll be like that on PC. I don't know. If I find out the PC version of this game can play offline versus bots without the use of the internet, I might get it on PC instead. Resident Evil Village. Yet another game where at least one character model is just to be sexual. Oh, you mean with that girl? Yeah, that's just the way the world is. I don't get it either. It's such a overdone thing. Like, why is everything always... Is it her? Almost every screenshot I ever see is always her all the time. But yeah. Yeah, so there's not too many games coming out anytime soon that I can think of. Yeah, the vampire lady. I kind of figured that's what it was. Anyhow, I am going to head off. Might be back in a couple of hours, like I said. I just kind of want to relax a bit. Get some fresh air. Maybe play a bit of guitar. Some Call of Duty on my own. See if I can advance that gun a little bit more with the double XP weekend. That's another reason why I want to keep playing Call of Duty. I really want to grind out the levels on that weapon. So yeah, when I do come back, which I'll more than likely do, I'll probably play some more Call of Duty on PS5, the PS4 version. Might play a little bit more baseball. Kind of a weird mix. Baseball and Call of Duty. Smacking balls and shooting people in the head. That's probably what I'm going to do when I come back. Why the hell is there a Bigfoot in it? Isn't it Red Dead Redemption? Isn't... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know all the details yet. Behind that... Thank you. All right, yeah, I gotta head out. All right, so I should be back in a little bit.